a single man who is 50 years old, for example. So I make no, mystery of the fact that, yes, I'm not married. I was married twice and had no kids. I have no attachments. So, people might say, well, Mark is a womanizer or something like that. Well, I'm quite open about the fact that I date a lot of women, and so nobody can attack me with that. But here's the thing: if you don't know what you're doing, I would say this is the advanced class. This is the master class, right? Because there's some people who will come at me with that, and they'll say, well, how dare you? Don't you think how can you be 50 years old and not have had kids yet? Jordan Peterson said that if you're 40 and you haven't had kids, your life is a disaster. And don't you think it's your social responsibility to blah, 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 blah? You could come at me with 1,000 ways. And I think you guys know me well enough by now that I'm going to have, I don't care what you say, I'm going to have something to say back, right? Or I'm going to have a way to reframe it, and I'm going to exhaust you. You will get so tired of attacking me that you're not going to want to do it anymore, right? So, but what I like to do is I like to get that stuff out there in the open because it's easier, right? So if you've already doxed yourself, if I'm open about the fact that I date a lot of women, and somebody comes out and then they say, did you know that Mark Joyner dates a lot of women? People are going to look at you and go, yeah, he's kind of open about that. I would say, own your flaws, own them. And in fact, if you're very good at it, and I recommend everybody, make a study of these things and become masterful at it. I think if you don't become a master of these things, you are going to be mastered by the people who have mastered these things. That's the reality of life. And if you want to go through your life being mastered by other people, that is your choice. But for me, it's not an option. To me, I must master them. So what I would say is master this stuff and own your flaws and understand exactly how to reframe these things if anybody ever comes at you. And by the way, owning them in advance and then positioning them in a different way is profoundly powerful. It's profoundly powerful. Yeah. When we say authentic, you gotta really be that. You gotta ask yourself, who are you? What do you really want? Who do you really want to be? Oh, that's what authenticity is all about. It's not about, I must act like a nice person. It's like, no, if underneath all of that, you're kind of a dick, well, be a dick. I think that's better than being a fake nice person. I think that over time, you're going to learn to be dickish when it's okay to be dickish, when it's right to be dickish, right? But this is the key distinction, right? It means being really, really who you are. It means genuine about who you are.